All right, we're back. Another episode of Mr. Sandman's Halloween special, episode 4, with Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers from 1988. As we said in the third one, they made sure to title this with the return of Michael Myers, so people knew. They were like, we brought him back for this one. Uh, yeah, I'll give this movie like a 6. Yeah.
I hold on. I don't know if I watched the right movie. You
Oh
said a
yeah,
6?
I did. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I give this movie maybe a 3 at most.
yeah.
It was
That's being
probably
generous.
the best Halloween yet. And I'd probably give it a 6. Sounds about right.
You guys are smoking crack. Like I don't
It
even
was
know
one
what to
that I
say right now
actually enjoyed watching,
because you
Yeah.
hadn't
and
seen it.
I didn't want to fucking slip my goddamn wrist.
Bags.
Bags, what do you think of this one?
You know, I always thought this was the scariest one.
Yeah.
Really
I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
I
solid.
I must have watched the wrong movie or something.
Did you watch Curse of Michael Myers?
No,
That one is bad.
I know I watched the right one, but this was the horrible movie. Okay, well, anyways, we'll get into that in a second.
Spoiler warning. For Halloween 4, we're gonna get into it. All right.
First things first, how did Lori have a kid? Like the whole thing of this girl popping up out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
I was so confused.
Yeah,
I was
right?
like, where the fuck did this jit come from?
This
Like,
word
really?
again.
I was like, where the fuck?
Like,
And then it was like, oh, that's his niece. And I was like, bitch, who the?
Yeah, that's what I was like. What?
Go ahead, Bags. What were you gonna say?
shit. I was gonna say this little girl from 4 and 5. The little girl who plays Jamie.
Uh-huh.
She's
Is
famous.
she the
right?
girl? Is she the girl from the Rob Zombie remakes later on? Like,
Well, we
From,
have
like,
not gotten that
2005?
far back.
I don't
we
think I've
haven't
seen those
gotten
yet.
that
Yeah,
Calm
Oh,
down,
shit.
buddy.
There's
but that girl is super famous.
I
I,
don't
think she
know.
was on like My So Called Life, or she's been in a lot of stuff.
The little
the
girl.
weird thing is,
She's really young in this.
I know there's someone in the Rob Zombie movies who has a super graphic sex scene, and like she was a little girl actor star, and people always said it was weird to see her like that. So maybe that is her, which ooh, yeah. Ooh. We'll get to that with Rob Zombie.
Let's say
Yeah, but I don't know.
Googling later.
Oh,
yeah. I went too far. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
We'll take it slow.
Dial it back, baby.
So anyway, this was the first time Myers had graced the screen in 7 years. The last time it was 81 was the last time he was on.
Who's playing him?
Who was
Old
playing
Dick?
him? No, Dick's gone. I think Dick
What?
was only in the
Dick
second
Warlock?
one. Yeah.
What happened?
They were like,
I
get out of
can
here.
tell you what happened. No, at that point he was doing all his stunt double work for what's his name?
For Kurt Russell, yeah, he was
For
like,
Kurt Russell. So he was on film doing like Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York, like real movies.
this is George P. Wilbur. There you go. Who
By far the worst Michael.
a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people say he's one of the worst Michael Myers. Which
He looks lethargic. Like he doesn't look like he walks well.
well, they put hockey pads on him. He's got like shoulder pads. Like
Does he?
yeah,
I didn't notice
he wears
anything.
like shoulder pads and stuff in this movie. Which
He
I don't
looked
know
giant.
why. He's a tall dude. I read he's the third tallest Myers there is. So I don't know why they put pads on him but not Warlock, who was like 5'6" or whatever in the second one. But
His mask was bad. I don't know how y'all like this movie. Like
His
let's
mask
start
seemed the
from the
same.
beginning.
The
Let's start from
beginning?
the very
Yeah.
beginning,
let's take it back.
and we'll work through this. All right. The first
Yeah.
bullshit scene is this guy's been in a fucking coma for like 10 years.
That's just what he's been telling people.
Well, I don't think he's told
Wait,
anyone.
who's
but
been in coma?
Mike Myers.
Oh, you just see him in bandages. I don't remember like him being in a coma.
But then the lady says that last living relatives in Illinois or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I guess that's what triggers him to wake up because now he has a target or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So then he just grabs the guy's head and starts bashing him into the thing.
He's
and the
in
lady's
an
like,
ambulance,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He bashes his
And the
head,
lady's
and then he
like,
sticks his thumb into his forehead. And it's like, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
that was tight.
later on, Loomis is like, oh, he has no muscle structure. He must be super weak. Or the cop says
The
it.
cop says it, yeah.
You
I was like, he
don't
literally
know
stuck his
him.
thumb through a dude's head.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, I digress. So okay, in an ambulance, there's two people, right? One's the driver, and the other
Mhm.
one's in the back seat. But they're driving down the road, and both those people are in the back seat.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, I
Who the
think
fuck's
there's
driving
two-
the ambulance?
One. Yeah.
Listen. Don't worry about it.
There's no reason
The-
for have that lady in the back of that thing. But anyway,
They needed extra help.
so this brings me to my first horrible thing, right? Loomis just happened to show up, and the dude broke out. He's like, "I'm going to find him."
Well, yeah, he
Mhm.
finds out that they went to transfer him, and he's like, "Why did no one tell me?" They're like, And then, like,
first
the
of all-
phone call
first-
happens right then, where they're like, "Myers is gone," and Loomis doesn't even wait. He knows exactly what the phone call is. He's like, "Nah," and goes walking off.
The thing is, Loomis and Michael are still alive.
Yeah,
We're
Yeah.
we're
I
kind
was
of
gonna say
going over
I was gonna
that, but
Yeah.
the return of Michael
Mhm.
Myers and fucking Loomis. He's
Yeah.
here. Loomis has some trouble going on his face.
he's all burned
Well,
up. He survived the
yeah,
fire,
well,
just barely.
Michael has a funky hand too. To be honest, to be fair,
Yeah,
but
Yeah, he's all burnt.
let's go into the future to where Loomis just happens to pick the right fucking gas station.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Just happens.
To be fair, that's probably the only gas station in fucking hole in the walls town.
Well, they're not even in that town. They're on the interstate.
Yeah, on the road.
4 hours away. But and you get your first like glimpse of the bullshit because Michael's like in the kitchen, and Loomis has his
Oh,
like
yeah.
fucking Colt 45 pointed at him,
Yeah,
and he's like, "Let's not
Yeah.
do this, Michael."
He switched it up
like,
from the fucking 5-shooter, dude.
yeah. He's like, "Take me, Michael, take me," and then he's like, "God damn you!"
Yeah,
Wow,
and he's got
such
the gun
bullshit.
on him, and then dude fucking teleports.
Yeah,
Yeah, he teleported.
Mhm.
He's
this movie, Myers is zipping around everywhere. Like, he'll be somewhere and then he's gone, and then you're like, was he really there? And then it'll show him there again, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
there he is. He's right. He's right
out. There
there.
that motherfucker goes.
Yeah.
And once I saw the teleporting and shit, I was like, "Oh, well, that's it. Game over. This is gonna get bad."
Yeah, you gotta have the teleport.
This one's got the fucking best part. Do you remember when Loomis is telling the cop that Myers is here? And he's like, a filling station in flames. I'm telling you, Myers.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm
6
telling
people
you,
are
he's
already
here.
dead.
Yeah. Which, credit to him, he totally convinces that cop. That cop's like, all right, get me units everywhere. Yeah. Can we talk
It's-
about real fast after that, the gas station scene, which has that sweet ass shot of the zoom in on Myers where he's wearing the jumpsuit, but he's still like bandaged up on the face
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But then afterwards,
Uh-huh.
Loomis is trying to hitchhike, and like these college kids pull up, and they're like, "Come on, old man," and he's like, "Oh, thank you." And then the second he gets there, they just
They
kick up
drive
all
off.
the pebbles.
Yeah.
And I was so upset. I was wanting him to pull out the gun, like start shooting.
Jesus.
Well, that happens later, right? Like,
Yeah,
let's skip ahead, but they have like these fake Michael Myers guys playing a prank, and they're like, "Is that him?" He's like, "Yes."
that's him.
He pulls the gun, and they're like, "Oh fuck! Oh shoot!" You know, like
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh god."
Apparently, there's an abundance of Myers masks going around in this town. Where
Yeah, too bad they all look like shit.
Yeah, where college kids just dress up like that. I don't know.
Are you gonna order you a Michael Myers mask for Halloween?
No.
Oh, I thought you were. I was gonna say if you get one of those cheap fucking ones, oof.
No, yeah, I don't.
Because I never thought it mattered
Well-
until I saw this one, and I was like, "These are the worst masks I've ever seen."
Well, they have the scene where Jamie, the little girl, decides that she wants to go trick or treating. I guess she wants to feel like all the other kids, and they take her
Yeah.
to that store to look for a costume, and so homegirl can chat up her boyfriend. and then she's
Mhm.
looking for a costume. The Myers mask is just sitting there on the shelf. And like, do they sell these things? Is this like, like I don't think they would want anything to do with this after what happened, because they said already in the film that like everyone remembers that night, like that night's traumatized them and stuff. But yet they're selling his mask there. And Myers just comes through, picks it up, like that's how he gets his mask in this movie.
Yeah.
He literally steals it from a department store.
Yeah, they had a weird thing going on in this town
Yeah, I don't
with
know.
Michael.
That was probably the weirdest part to me. Was then he appears behind Jamie and she freaks out and breaks the mirror, and everyone runs up and they're like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "Gosh, she just freaked out." And then they walk away, and then he's standing there, and I'm like, "Where was he standing?" And no one, no one saw him.
Yeah. I wondered that too. Was he there? It's like,
Yeah,
how the fuck was he just looming?
yeah, I don't know, but scariest part of this movie was the very beginning when Jamie has that nightmare and she gets grabbed from under the bed and pulled under. Scared the shit out of me. It was so loud when he did it. I was like, oh god, and I jumped away and stuff.
The scariest part of this movie is when you suggested we watch it.
Oh yeah.
So, just my opinion.
Yeah. Let's jump ahead. Do you
Okay.
remember when do you remember when those rednecks are driving in that truck?
Yeah.
It just shows it shows Myers climbing up like the
Yeah,
back
like
of
his
the truck.
hand. And they've already
Yeah.
been driving for like 20 miles, and he's just been dragging behind it or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what he was
He was
doing.
underneath or something. I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
it's foggy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
gets
so
foggy out of
foggy.
nowhere.
But
And then he
no one
tosses
noticed.
them. Yeah, he tosses them dudes out, and then he rips out the dude's throat that's driving the car. And I was like, oh god.
Do you remember the one guy where he just lifted him out of the truck real quick?
Yeah.
And the dude just like smacks the ground.
Yeah, he didn't get to have a cool death.
Yeah. I was like, I wonder if that guy lived. Like he got up and was like, ugh.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Those dudes, they pull a Halloween 2 in this movie, where those rednecks just kill some random dude taking a piss in the bushes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah.
that like one of those kids? They're like, oh, that's fucking someone's child, whoever the fuck.
They're like, it's Myers, get him. And they
Yeah.
all open
Yeah.
fire.
Fucking just shoot some kid.
I wrote down his name. I was hoping he was related to Ben Tramer from the second one, but he wasn't.
Oh, yeah, that would be hard, right?
Yeah,
It's like, oof.
Ted
Was that-
Hollister. That was the guy they killed.
Was Ben Tramer the dude who you learn later was hit by that car
Yeah,
in
Yeah.
the beginning of? Yeah,
yeah,
Oh, I forgot
that
you
was a
were here for
crazy
that.
little twist.
yeah. That's the
Yeah,
guy
it was
that,
almost too.
that Jamie Lee Curtis mentioned once in Halloween. How she wanted to date him.
Yeah, yeah. They somehow had to tie that together.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember all that shit.
but
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, but they just murder that dude, and then like, they still get to go free. Like they committed
Whoa.
a murder.
I don't know about go free, but yeah.
Yeah.
They
Well,
left that guy in the bushes.
Yeah. Well, the cop goes to handle it at some point, where they have the plan to all board themselves up in this house, and then everybody leaves as soon as they get there. Like Loomis leaves, the cop leaves, and then they leave the one drunk cop sitting in the chair. I don't know if he was drunk, but he seemed like it as much good as he did,
Yeah, he was just sitting in the chair the whole time.
sitting in the chair rocking.
In that rocking, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they say they like boarded up the house and everything, and the front door was the only way in? That's where he was sitting, right in the rocking chair, the front door.
I think so. Yeah.
How the fuck?
Like, why was that
Jason
house so
fucking
hard to get out of?
Myers.
Well, they went through and they bunkered it all up, right? Like they were nailing
Yeah.
stuff shut and everything else.
Well, he said like they padlocked the back door, and I was like, I don't think that's gonna do much
Yeah.
against this fucking asshole.
Well, they had the one dude up in the attic. I was like, why is he in the attic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But which that they had the weird storyline where then the chick has to cancel on her date with her boyfriend because she has to babysit her adopted sister or stepsister or whatever it is.
Adopted, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're trick or treating and they go to this one chick's house and she just sees her boyfriend like putting on his shirt in the background. It's like, ooh. And then of course she
Yikes.
ends up having to hold up there with her boyfriend and the girl that was cheating on her
Yeah.
with.
What a piece of shit, dude. I don't think were they boyfriend and girlfriend? I don't know. I don't think they.
I think they were
actually-
like dating
They
and
were
stuff.
just
She was,
Maybe.
remember the
starting
beginning?
to
She
date?
was like, "This is when he's gonna make it official." Or
Make a
whatever.
Oh,
commitment,
yeah.
yeah.
So I think
I
they
know
were
what
just-
type of commitment he was trying to make.
Yeah. And that asshole of a chick was like, oh, "Well, he's not married." I was like, "You fucking
Yeah.
asshole!" Dude.
And then the girl was like, "Have some coffee." Threw some coffee on her.
Oh,
Dumps it
yeah.
on her.
Yeah.
That was tight.
Which this girl just walks around the whole time, never puts on any pants. Like people are there.
Yeah.
Like I was like, why do you not put on like some
She
sweatpants
just
or
got-
something?
Her muff hanging out, and I'm like,
Jesus,
"Baby
no.
girl."
She's wearing underwear. Like, what?
I don't think so.
You watch her put them on. That she has them on. You see
She
them
does
on.
have them on.
Nah.
Yeah. They're
Nah.
like fancy underwear too. It's not like regular. But anyways,
They were her sexy underwear that she wore for the special occasion. Yeah.
but you know, anyways.
How about them ruthless kids making fun of Jamie for being an orphan to school?
That was-
Jamie's an
yeah.
orphan.
Fucking little kids, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Hey, kids are brutal.
kids are brutal.
Yeah, they are. They didn't give a fuck.
That was ruthless.
Well, let's. We're all glossing over the thing that we should be talking about, but So the girl is the new Michael.
We have to build. She's Michael now.
At the very end, yeah, you see, who did she kill? Her mom?
She killed
Or
that
her-
chick
her
that went
mom?
upstairs with her. Oh, was it the foster
Like
mom?
her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then she comes in like the first Myers movie where she has like this. She has her clown
The
outfit
clown
on and
outfit.
a fucking what is that?
It's a
Scissors.
scissors, yeah, and it
The
was
shears
first
or
person
whatever.
and stuff.
It's the same outfit that Jason wore, right? Or Jason Michael.
Yeah. Well,
Was
they
it?
yeah when she picks it out in the department store, they even do like a flash where it's young Michael with the knife, and then she's like, ah, yeah. So they sort of build up to it, but not really. That's like the only instance they give of it, and then
Yeah.
later she does that.
Well, I mean, yeah. Then the weird part where she goes up and holds his hand,
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie, that it gave you no fucking point that she would do this. She's been running and screaming from this guy the
Scared
whole
of
movie,
him, yeah,
and then all of a sudden she's like, "Let me go hold his hand."
yeah.
And I'm like, "This is a shit movie."
That ending of the movie was the only thing I remembered for a long time. Like, I think that's what this movie's best known for, is that ending with her at the stairs and Loomis just freaking out. And he's like, no, no. And he goes to straight up shoot her, like pulls the gun on her and everything. And people have to stop her or stop him. And yeah, that's about that and the guy getting his throat ripped out in the truck are the two things I remember from this movie the most. But yeah, yeah. Which spoiler for Halloween 5, that story goes nowhere. Halloween 5, I think they say that was just a nightmare that girl had. So I hope you enjoyed seeing her as Michael, because that's the last time you'll get to.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
What the
She's not in the
fuck?
next one?
She's in the next one, but they don't. They're like, that was a dream. That didn't really happen
What?
with her.
Really?
Yeah, with her killing that
Spoilers.
dude.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Shit,
What
I
the
never knew that.
fuck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how the next one starts. Is they just don't ignore it. They ignore it.
I think having a female Michael at that early
Would be
in
so
the thing-
cool.
Yeah, right.
It'd be
completely-
cool.
Because Loomis was shitting his pants when he saw it.
They keep throwing out these cool ideas that then they never follow through with. But yeah,
Remember when Loomis was gonna like light her up, and he was like, "No,
Yeah.
no, no."
yeah.
But the cop was like,
And the-
"Yeah." And then the cop grabs
Yeah.
the gun and then points it at her
Yeah.
too. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah,
Yeah. Although, yeah. This is the last movie. I think the next movie is when Loomis officially goes like crazy, crazy. And like he does some
It is.
stuff. Yeah.
I just watched 5.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So
Are you guys watching that today?
not,
Oh wait, another week maybe.
yeah,
Too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 5 and 6?
5 and 6, yeah.
Goddamn.
Did they ever explain
Guys.
how Lori dies? Or are they just like, she's dead? I always assumed it was a car accident or something. But they're like, oh, she's dead. She's an orphan.
They
They
do-
She left. It said
They
she
do
left
mention
one day.
it.
We haven't gotten that far yet, so we can't.
Yeah, in the 5th one, they'll mention that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. There you go. Hey, well, 5th one, we find out what happened to Lori. But
The 5th dimension.
the 5th dimension. Mike kills another dog in this movie. This dude, I think he's up to 3 dogs now. I don't know if he ate this one, but he kills another dog.
This wasn't that classic one where Loomis is like, he got hungry.
That was the first one.
That was in the first movie?
Yeah.
Okay, when I saw that fucking scene in this, I was like, oh, this is where that's from. I forgot that he did it fucking twice.
Yeah. This movie had a budget of $5 million. Made $17.8 million.
That's
Damn.
such a drop off from the first one, though, and probably the
is.
second. I don't remember the stats on the second one.
Yeah.
The second one, by far, is still my favorite out of all.
Yeah.
All of these.
The second one in the
Yeah.
hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is cool.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever become as profitable as the first two. Maybe the one in 2018, maybe that one made a lot of money, but I think they drop off. I think it's a downhill from here. But
This
Did
one-
John Carpenter? Sorry, what?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say, did John Carpenter have anything to do with the sequel?
no. Oh, the sequel, the second
was
one,
just-
yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't direct the second one, but he like wrote it and did everything for it and produced it, I think.
Oh shit.
But yeah, from 4 on to 2018, I don't think he has anything to do with, except obviously the score that they reuse all the time. And stuff. Shut up.
They keep tweaking the score every time.
Every time they tweak the score.
Yeah.
The score for this movie should have just been the preacher singing that song in the in the truck with Loomis, which Loomis
Well,
gives this really weird smile where he's like,
This that's what I was talking about, because remember the third one, like the random homeless guy, and he gives him a drink. And this one, you have the crazy apocalypse dude
Yeah.
who's like, "You want a sip?" and
yeah.
gives him that thing.
Yeah.
So
He's like, I'm hunting the end of the world. It's a person. Loomis is like, I know what you mean, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something. That guy I wish Loomis would. They should have made a buddy cop movie.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
With Loomis and that guy.
They just go around fucking hunting bad guys. Like,
That's what they do.
I don't know, magical
wrote-
fucking creatures and shit.
it's supernatural, but with old people.
Yeah. I wrote
That'd be
this.
fucking cool as hell.
I wrote this down.
Loomis
in
just
my
pulls out his
notes.
gun at everything. He's like, fucking
That's what he does.
ghost gun. Fucking
I mean,
werewolf
that's what-
gun.
That's what that other
Fucking
guy
cool
does.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sam Winchester, the guy who has the car. I don't know his name.
No, that's Dean.
Dean, yeah.
Dean with the car, yeah.
Dean just tries
Are
to
y'all
shoot
talking
him.
about Supernatural now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the first 5 seasons of it, and then
Dude, they're at like 13 or 14, I think.
Jesus.
yeah, but
Like
No, I think
I
it's
just watched-
16 now. Fuck.
I watched that Friday the 13th reboot, and
Uh-huh.
it stars the guy from Supernatural.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Small world.
I
Have
wrote
you seen that one, Mavi?
Um,
It's from-
Yeah, you've seen it.
It's just called Friday the 13th. It's from like 2008 or 9.
Maverick, why does it look like half your mustache is eating your lip?
What are you talking about? Oh, I don't know.
There you go. All right.
Need to shower or
I
something.
thought the cam was messed up. I was like, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
anyways,
I wrote this dumb joke down. God damn.
dumb joke.
Where when the dude gets thrown into the electrical, like whatever it was, and knocks out the power or whatever.
Yeah.
But his name tag was Bucky, so obviously I wrote down Bucky got fuckied. There you go. Thought I'd share that with you. That's how I entertain myself.
I'm hanging up. I'll see you later.
Dude, that electric guy, like, he was like, all right, don't you go
Yeah,
anywhere.
you wait right here. I'll be right back.
I knew he was going to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something.
That was crazy though. Like just by chance, he like fucking took the whole town's power out before, before
he had like superpowers because when he was driving away in the truck, he like hit the gas pump,
And
which blew it up,
Blew it
and
up
also
somehow.
blew up Loomis's car,
Yep.
and then it went and took out the phone lines.
Yeah.
That's why it showed it on the pole, and I'm like, what? I was
Yeah.
like, there's no way. Like, when they start giving them superpowers and they're not superpower oriented, then like, because getting shot and living, you're like, that's pretty fucked. But like, this is going like beyond, you know?
Beyond.
yeah.
So this dude's been shot. How many times do you figure he's been shot up to this movie? Let's not count this movie, but
So Loomis.
I fired 6 rounds.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and then he shoots him again in the second one. So he's probably got like 14, 15 bullets already.
And stabbed twice by JLC.
Yeah.
And
and JLC shot him twice in the eyes. I forgot about those.
Yeah, twice in the eyes. So how does a truck hitting him kill him?
Is he dead though?
Well, he stands
Well,
up
no.
after
She
that.
hits the fuck out of him, dude.
She does hit.
Runs his ass over.
Which he starts off where he's like, on the hood, and then the next time you see him, he's perfectly straight, like flying
He's
through the air.
fucking flying.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
Is that on my end?
no, it's on his.
What's up?
Yeah, he's getting fucked
Yeah,
up.
there you go. You're good.
Am I good now?
You were lagging real bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
The ending of this movie reminds me of the beginning
Golden.
of Jason Goes to Hell, where they just sit there and unload on him with guns, like just moaned, and then he falls in like a random hole.
The fifth one picks up
Yeah.
exactly at that scene.
Yeah,
Have you seen the fifth recently, Tom?
No.
I haven't,
Gonna
but
watch it
I
next week.
remember like parts of it.
Oh shit! It's funny.
It's
Funny as fuck.
But yeah,
It's not supposed to be.
But yeah, there was nothing about this movie I liked.
Well,
Like,
hey,
what character did you were like rooting for? Like none of them.
I don't know.
That girl seemed like a stuck up like.
I always
was
root
about to
for
say some bad
Loomis.
words.
I just want Loomis to win all the time. Well, hey, you mentioned you didn't like anything, so it's a perfect time to segue into what was your favorite and least favorite part.
Can I interrupt one second?
Okay.
Because I think I may have missed something. So they go into the school, right, where Loomis shoots the lock off because he's like, you know, Mr. West.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Michael just kind of like hip check him into some lockers and then Loomis vanishes for an hour?
He just pops up behind him and throws Loomis through a door. Then Loomis is gone.
Loomis is just gone for a night. Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Because I was like, I remember he got like into it there, but I was like, did I blink?
That's the second time they do it because he leaves the house. Because he's like, I gotta go find Mike, and then like, you never
we don't
see him.
see him till the end, right? Yeah.
Well, he finds her in the street.
He gets her in the street, and he's like, let's go to the schoolhouse, and then that's when the last time you see him till the end of the movie. But hey, favorite and least favorite. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, like right before that, you remember when he was chasing them down on the roof?
Yeah.
Of that fucking house, and then the girl had to hang off the side of the gutter. It was like this crazy.
Trying to stab her.
Yeah, I was like, that house had no business being that high.
Right.
Like Jesus
Well,
Christ.
they struggle
yeah,
for like 5
Like
minutes to get
3
up there,
stories.
and then they finally get up there, and Myers is like, "Hey, he's already there."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's segment time. What's your least and favorite part of the movie? Bags, you're first.
My favorite part, probably when he killed those rednecks in the truck. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
Like it looked like he was doing karate at one point. They like slowed down his hand movement, and he was like dodging, and he put a knife in this guy too.
Yeah.
But and then least favorite, I don't know. My least favorite part of this movie. I'll have to get back to the least favorite. I'll have to get back to the least favorite. What about Mavi?
Oh boy. I can't think of anything right now. Give me a second.
I mean, we kind of went through. We kind of went through a lot of the movie already.
My favorite part of the movie was the ending with her on the stairs or whatever. But since we already talked about it, I'll tell you my second favorite, which was the brief little. There's the scene where the girl's talking to the cop in the chair, which we haven't mentioned. The part with the shotgun that we'll mention after this. But she's talking to him, and then she's like, "I want to go home," and she like leaves, and there's like the briefest glimpse of Mike just standing outside of the window, like all you can see is his mask outside, and it was really cool. I almost missed it. That's how brief it was, and it was really well done, I thought. My least favorite, maybe the dude when he unloads both of his little shells into the door with his double barrel, and then he's like, "It's metal. We're stuck in here." And then they walk upstairs, and Myers is doing his usual, like, walking so slow. And the dude's like, "Come on, you son of a bitch." And then, like, the whole time I'm like, "You didn't reload your shotgun." And then he's like, "Oh."
Yeah, fucking dumbass, dude.
And then how does Michael kill him? He just, like, twists his neck or something.
That's the part I was talking about. When he crushed the guy's head with his hands.
That was it.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh.
I think
But, like,
my favorite part was when dude was just fucking punching Mike in the face. He tried to use the fucking shotgun as a bat and swung it, and Mike just caught that bit.
Yeah.
Then he
that
dropped it
redeemed
too.
that guy. Yeah, he just drops it off the stairs.
Tyler.
Like,
Did you
it
notice
redeemed that dude a little bit for me. He wasn't such a scumbag. He was just like, yeah, go, leave.
Did you notice the shot where, like, Myers walked by a fireplace? And they were, like, looking down at the first floor, and they saw him walk by the fireplace and look up at them. It was, like, right before it was, like, a spooky-ass scene.
That was right before he walked past the greenhouse.
Shotgun part.
Yeah. No, he walked past the greenhouse first, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh,
and then then you see that part. That was pretty cool.
Remember the part when he threw the guy out of the back of the truck and was like, "This motherfucker flying."
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, "Jesus." Well, he was flying for like 2 seconds and hit the ground, and started rolling.
The best part about this movie, which you don't realize until you've seen the whole thing, is when she's picking out her costume, and she picks out the same exact costume that Michael had in the first one. And then she goes in the mirror and tries it on, and it shows like a brief flash of Michael when he was a kid. So, but when you see it, you have no fucking clue. You're like, why would you see that? Like, it makes no sense. And then, Michael scares her or whatever. So they're like foreshadowing, that she'll be the new Michael. But you don't even, it's so far from your mind that you don't draw the conclusion.
That scene... when she picked up that costume, I was like, "Oh man, that looks like the costume Myers was wearing in the first one." And then I guess they thought that people couldn't make that connection, so they had to have that scene where they show like little Michael. And I was like, "You could have just left it how it was." Where like if you know the movie, you're like, "Oh, that's the same costume Mike had." But
to be fair, it did come out like 10 years later.
But it's the immortal classic, Tyler, the greatest horror movie. Everyone knows it. Everyone remembers it.
Back then, they probably did. And, like, least favorite, I don't know, that's a toss-up. Because, like, anytime it showed an up-close picture of fucking Michael, I was like, this is an imposter. This is horrible. Like, and it's not even like I'm a big Warlock fan. He just didn't look right at all through the whole movie.
Did Myers have blonde hair in that school scene? Did any of you guys catch that?
Yeah.
Randomly white, like bleach blonde, right? Like crazy blonde.
The mask, when he grabs it in the store, has the blonde hair. And then for the rest of the movie, he's got dark hair. And I was like, what? And then
I didn't notice it had blonde hair.
Yeah, and the school randomly has blonde hair.
Yeah. It's like they just did really bad on the Michael. And I thought the whole movie was incredibly too dark. For no reason.
The fifth one looks the exact same.
Yeah, it's like you don't need it to be that. Like if you think of the regular Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis, it was at night, but there was no problem seeing anything.
Yeah,
like everything was perfectly visible. This just seemed like dark and gritty. It was like it kind of reminded me of Terminator 2 or the first Terminator movie. Everything just dark for no reason, and you're like, oh, it's a dark movie, okay. So.
And then T2 used like all this weird blue lighting at night.
because everyone complained about how dark the first one was. Anyway, but like I said, this movie just missed it for me. So.
The part I was talking about that we haven't mentioned yet, which also is probably one of the more well-known things about this movie, is the scene where the girl goes downstairs to like give the cop tea or something, and she's got like the candle and she sees the cop like all dead in the corner, and then Myers just stands up with a shotgun, and instead of using the shotgun to shoot her, he just stabs her to the wall.
Yeah,
with the
that
shotgun.
shit was weird.
And yeah, so there you go. Myers kills someone with a shotgun in this movie.
That was cool.
Do you think that's where Jason like gets a bonus points over Myers? Because if Jason finds a fucking harpoon gun,
he's gonna shoot
he's shooting someone with that harpoon gun. Yeah. He's not gonna be like, "Hey, let me bash someone over the head with it."
Jason likes to have more fun with his kills. He always likes to do something different.
All right, I got a question.
Myers is just brain dead.
Did Myers have a favorite kill in there where he like tilts his head?
I didn't see it. I thought maybe he did it when he pinned the girl to the wall with the shotgun. But it looked like he sort of started to, but didn't. So I didn't see it in this movie.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
He doesn't even get a knife until last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
He only stabs one person, right?
Does he even stab?
The trucker. There's a trucker in the back, and he does like this weird judo move where he like sidesteps and stabs down into him. Like, I'm like, what? This guy knows kung fu all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Please put that scene in, Tom.
Okay. We can talk about when Jamie goes to run out of the school and just eats shit down those stairs. Goes rolling. I laughed so hard.
Girl's running for her life.
But yeah.
Did you believe that homegirl was dead? Like even the first time you saw it? When she fell from the roof?
Fell off the roof?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Probably not.
Fall. And then
Myers
teleports.
Yeah.
Fucking from top of the roof to the fucking ground.
That roof, they were having such a hard time getting up it, and I was looking at it and I was like, you could walk up this roof. Like it's steep, but it's not steep to where you can't walk up it.
It's not the worst, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder how they did that shot of her on the roof with the girl on her back. It looks so dangerous. Like I don't know how they did it, but I didn't look at. I literally have no notes on this movie. I looked up a bunch of stuff, watched behind the scenes. None of it was interesting enough for me to talk about. So I have nothing.
It's like I said. They got the police involved. Like they shoot him like 900 times. The guy has what looks like an auto shotgun.
Yeah,
but for some reason it got like 15 rounds or something.
The spaz. Yeah. I remember seeing that. Yeah,
that
video game gun.
Cool. Yeah.
And it's the whole thing's weird. Like, okay, the lady goes driving off the road or whatever after just passing the line of cars, and then all the rednecks get killed, and then she goes off road to kill dude. Where does the second entire fleet of police cars come from?
I don't know. They come from the next town over.
Yeah, like, but it's the sheriff she knows.
Yeah.
So it's like, what? Didn't y'all just pass? Why would you turn around and come back? It's a fucking killer in that town. And they're like, hey, we want to say hi.
I did like the hillbillies in the back where they see the cops and the dude's like, yeah, and starts shooting off the shotgun.
He starts shooting, and I was like,
back in the day, that was a classic way to get someone's attention, was to fire your gun in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone like 3 miles over just got a bullet to the fucking neck.
Well, no, it loses terminal velocity once it... Anyway.
Well, it's still a bullet dropping from the fucking sky. It's just gonna, if not, kill you.
It won't. It's just like a rock falling off.
Motherfucker, come over here. I'm gonna shoot up in the air. I want you to catch it with your forehead, okay?
You ever shoot a BB gun?
And tell me that shit don't work.
Ever shoot a BB gun up in the air and, like, wait to see if it comes back down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to do that shit with bow and arrows. I just... thunk. I watch it go up. I'd lose it in the sky. Oh, shit! I'd fucking run.
Me and my little brother weren't too bright. Recently?
No. We literally did that in my backyard. So, yeah.
It's my favorite part of that movie, Grown Ups. It's that scene. Gets the guy in the arm. Again.
Schneider gets it in the foot or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Anyway.
we did that when I was like fucking 12. That was before Grown Ups even came out. They copied me, dude.
That's what happened.
Definitely.
All right. We got anything else we want to talk about?
I'm
skimming through.
Like I said, this is my least favorite. I watched 3 and then I watched 4. I wish I would have watched 4 and still had a good upbeat attitude, but after 3, I think it ruined.
I think watching 3, I think 4 redeemed it. I mean, I'm glad I watched 3 then.
4 brought you back in.
It did. I was like, damn, that was
To the
actually
classic
decent.
slasher style movie.
Yeah, that's not scary. And I'm like, okay.
That fucking, like, we already talked about it. That guy on the steps when he was trying to reload that gun.
Yeah.
If he had just walked up the next couple flights of steps, or I mean the next flight of like 5 steps,
Yeah.
couldn't he have had the advantage
Yeah.
of getting that gun loaded?
He could have loaded it.
It's not hard
He
to
just
load a
had-
shotgun. Like
He just had so much room to keep backing up. Why he stopped?
Yeah.
Like, to get it already. I was like, what are you doing? And I knew it was going to happen, but I was like, no.
I would argue a shotgun, especially like the double barrel like that, would be the easiest gun to reload. Like, what would be
It seems pretty
easier
easy,
than
right?
a shotgun, right? It's this big ass fucking slug that you just pop out.
Yeah.
If not, like when you break it, I'm pretty sure both shells pop out anyways.
Yeah. This dude was acting like he had
and
a
then you just put
flintlock
2
or
more in
something.
and fucking-
He was like jamming in the powder,
He's fucking-
priming it.
Yeah,
You guys want
reloading.
to talk about this gun? I can go on about this gun. Because when the
Yeah.
cop first hands it to him, it's a over under. So
Mhm.
it's not
It's
a double barrel
shit.
sideways, it's up and down. But then
Yeah.
when he uses it to
Mm.
shoot Michael, it's a double barrel side by side.
Uh-huh.
So and then when you break it, it's supposed to eject the shells, but maybe the
Yeah.
guy didn't do it strong enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is
You
literally
old
one of the
bitch.
best, like the easiest guns to load. They give them to old people who have arthritis because they can't.
They
like,
can't mess
cock
it up.
Yeah. Like it's
you ha-
He's
that
fucking just
simple.
fucking dropping shit.
you have
and
to
he's like,
cock-
fucking goddamn.
Do you have to
pull-
cock that gun? Or
You
is it
pull
just
you
good
pull
to
back a
go?
hammer like you would on like an old school rifle or like a blunderbuss or something.
It doesn't have the blowback that I've never owned a shotgun, so I have no idea.
No, I mean it's a double barrel, so you shoot 2, you push the lever on the top, and it breaks, which it folds, opens up.
Yeah,
Usually
and it
both shells
ejects.
fly out, but if they don't, you just pull them out. You put 2 more in, close it, and then you pull back the. It should have a hammer for both sides and 2 triggers.
Yeah.
So
that's
you
cool
know.
as fuck.
So it can
It's a cool
shoot
gun.
separate.
Yeah.
It can shoot separate or 2 at a time.
Yeah. You could just
Holy
pull
shit.
both at once.
Yeah,
or,
good luck holding on to it, shooting 2 12-gauge at the same fucking time.
But,
No
I mean,
problem,
an
I
easier
can
gun
do
would be
it.
that same gun, but like a 410, right? Like a smaller gauge. But
Yeah,
like I said, it's a gun in a horror movie. So
Yeah.
Like when that cop was like, "You know how to use a gun?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Here you go." He was like,
catch you groping my daughter again. I'm going to use it on you.
Yeah.
"Yeah." Like didn't that guy work at like a Walgreens or something?
Yeah, like
Why was-
a general store.
Why was the cop convinced he knew how to use a gun?
Because in small town like that, like everyone hunts and everything.
I thought-
you got to remember,
They
guns
all
were
had
commonplace
shotguns.
until like 10 years ago, and then everyone got weird and
Yeah.
people started shooting up schools.
True.
I thought that
True.
the stepsister or whatever, she's like, your mom used to babysit me when I was younger. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the little girl from the first one, but then it wasn't. But then apparently they had plans for that girl that was giving them the ride to the store for that to be the girl from the first one, and then one of the guys in the store was supposed to be Tommy Doyle, the little kid in the first one too.
Mm.
But then they just scrapped all that. They were like, eh.
Well, let's talk about the 5-minute scene about them betting the guy he wouldn't go talk to the girl, and then he does, and she's like, "Get lost!"
Fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck off.
and I was like,
That
"This
shit's
doesn't
funny.
need to be in this movie at all." But all right. So, I don't know. There's
Yeah.
like the girl in the car never pops back up.
No, apparently she was supposed to have a role, but budget, so they cut her out.
They're like, we could have her or 7 more rednecks, and they're like, give me the redneck.
The
With
rednecks
Ham and Bud
made this
Light.
movie, man.
And shotgun ammo.
I just love how like peaceful they were. because they were at the bar and they were like, I ain't closing for shit. And then called, they go, something's wrong. We better go, guys. And they all like hauled into the thing.
Yeah.
And then when they're at the school, they're like, if there's a killer in there, we should just leave. And the guy was like, I think she's right. We should pack it in, boys.
Yeah.
And they all decided to go. Now, you know, I come from the redneck heritage, you know, long line of fine, outstanding DUI rednecks.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell we would have left. We would have like, let's get them.
Let's get her done.
Yeah, we were running in.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's, I don't know. I think they were trying to do right by the, you know, the hillbillies or whatever. So,
all right.
but yeah,
they were cool.
Well, hey.
But I think I've said all I need to say about this shit movie.
Hey, God bless hillbillies. God bless America. Am I right, boys?
Yeah.
So, all right. Oh, hey, thanks for
Can I ask a
listening.
question
Okay.
Before we stop this, did it creep anyone else out when they were escaping and they're in the hillbilly truck and the driver just kept staring at the two girls? There was like 4 scenes back to back where he would just be driving and he would just like look over at them.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He touched her leg at one point, which I was like, keep your hands off, old man.
He just was like looking at him all weird like, and I was like, why is he?
This
This
is how they do the tie-in with, turns out they're actually part of the Leatherface family. They're taking her to the to the compound.
No, I had a different theory, if you want to hear.
Okay.
So Laurie Shroud is JLC and she took off, right? Or whatever happened.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, because I haven't seen that yet. So she had to get pregnant by somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe it was that redneck dude.
And
And he was like looking at his daughter.
Yeah.
then
So,
he got
wow,
killed.
Raped her.
Jesus.
Jeez. Oh. All right.
Anyway, that's my final thought, you know? Parting wisdom.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening to Halloween 4. Stay tuned next week for Halloween 5. What is Halloween 5 called? The Curse? Does it have a subtitle?
I think 6 is called The Curse.
Okay.
I think 5 is Revenge.
Okay. Revenge.
Yeah.
Toulon's Revenge.
Oh, shit.
But, yeah.
Fuck. Count me out.
Believe it or not, like, Halloween 3 kind of reminded me of Toulon's Revenge.
It reminded me of it, yeah. I don't know why. It reminded me of Puppet Master. But, anyway. All right. So, thanks for listening. We're about...
Yeah, it is. Oh, so are we going to watch 5 and 6 and then we're caught up?
Wait. We're caught up, yeah, because then the next one would be H2O.
Watched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week will be about halfway.
Resurrection.
It's going to be something. But, oh, yeah. So, anyway. Thanks for listening. We'll keep going through these next week with 5, 6, all of them to come. I'm sure they only get better from here. Complete.
I have a feeling the next 2 are going to be bad, but after that, they should get a lot better.
I think so. I think 5 is, if I remember, it might be bad. 6, I remember. I don't remember anything about 6 really, except for Paul Rudd. That's all I remember. So stay tuned for Paul Rudd, and we'll see you next time.
And Loomis. He's back in number 6.
Coming back. Can't have a movie without Loomis until he dies tragically of a heart attack in real life.
I don't know.
R.I.P. to Loomis. I don't know how old he was when he died. We'll get to that later.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Like, follow, subscribe. Leave a comment. No one leaves comments.
Yeah.
Peace.